Okay, thank you for joining me. My name is Troy, and this is live. Today's live lesson is a little bit different because usually every week I upload a video to my YouTube channel. This week I thought I'd do it live because why not? That way you guys can interact with me if you're watching live, ask questions and do all that kind of stuff. And so why not? I'm planning on doing this kind of stuff a little bit more regularly, not every week, maybe once a month. So if you're not already a subscriber and you would like to do this kind of thing, subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll be notified of when I go to do this kind of stuff more often. So in this lesson, I'm going to be taking you through a bass drum builder, and mainly because it's one of the most common questions I'm asked, which is how can I get my foot fast? And I'm talking within grooves, within anything you want to play. So I'm not just talking about playing, fast around a kit or whatever. I'm talking in general. Like, these are set in a groove basis, but you can apply the same principles, or the same exercise is going to help you across the board in everything that you play. And it's up to you on how fast you get it. But one word of warning, don't try and go too fast straight away. When you're actually trying to get bass drum speed, the thing you do not want to do, in all honesty, is go too fast too quick. It's more about being accurate and solid and balanced and everything, and slowly increasing the speed, and then you'll eventually get to the speed that you want. So say your goal speed is to be able to play fast doubles on your feet in a groove at maybe 140 beats per minute. Well, there's no good you just trying to set the click to 140 and trying to bang it out and hopefully you'll get there. If you actually go slower, find the point where you can play it comfortably and try and push it up until it sort of falls off, where you can't really do it. And you want to practice just between where you can play it and there in the edge. Get comfortable there and then slowly build it up. And that's the idea with these exercises that we're going to do today. Now, in these exercises, we've got 4 different exercises, and I'm going to demonstrate them slow, and then I'll speed them up. I'm not going to go crazy fast. I might go to about 100, 120. I don't know. We'll see. This is live, so anything can happen. I will be taking questions at the end, so if you are there and you want to say hi, say hi. I can read it on the screen, but not all the time because I've only got one big screen that I can see from the other side of the room. So yeah, just let me know where you're watching from, where your name is, and if you've got any questions. So anyway, so the first one we're going to do, now these are groove-based exercises. We're going to be playing 8th notes on our hi-hat, so that just means you're going to be playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and snare drum on 2 and 4, and we're going to be playing mainly 2 notes in a row on our bass drum, but we're going to be leaving out an 8th note rest between a couple of those notes. Mainly, is it an 8th note or 16th? I can't remember. I think it's like a 16th or something at the end. No, it's an 8th note. What am I talking about? So that's going to allow us to turn it around, because if we just leave a 16th note between all of these, what's going to happen is it's going to go across the bar. So these exercises, I've got other ones that go across the bar, but I didn't want to do them here because they're a little bit more complex. These ones are great because they resolve every bar and it just starts again. So there's 4 different options that we've got. The first one is going to be starting on the 1E and then going across, and you'll see how it works. Anyway, here we go. So we'll do the first one. We're going to take it nice and slow at about, let's do it at about 70 to start with. Now, I do have the click set to 16th because it helps when making the notes accurate. So here we go. So as you can hear, the pattern goes 1E and R2, E and R3, E and R4, E and R. So we're leaving out the and R of the 4. So we're just playing 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, 1 E and R, 2 and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R. And like I said, the idea here is to make sure that those notes are exactly where they need to be before you speed it up. I've had some people make comments on my channel that, I'm using too many subdivisions in when playing with a click, and it's going to wreck your groove. That hasn't been my experience. I've been playing for over 25 years, and I remember vividly watching all my favourite players from Melbourne, teachers. Even in Dave Weckl, in his video, he says, I think it's the next step or back to basics, he actually says the more subdivisions you have in the metronome, the better. So all the idea with the metronome is to make sure that you're playing the notes exactly where they need to be. And if you're doing that, then it should feel good, And as you speed it up, you can take away, I actually like when I get to maybe 120 or so, I'll put it back to eighth notes just because then it's not like a barrage of notes smashing you in your ears. But always make sure that you're stepping it up that way. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one's going to be starting on the E. So we're going to be going 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, and so on. Let's give that a go. I'll just leave it on there. Cool, so that was number 2. What was I going to say? Okay, the other thing I was going to point out is on the hi-hat, if you're comfortable, at first, I want you to play eighth notes just straight on the hi-hat. You'll notice that I'm playing accent, non-accent. So if you're up to it, do that. And if you find that to not be so challenging, try reversing it. Play the upbeat on the, an accent on the upbeat rather. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that is really going to challenge you. And then if you want to make it even more challenging, do it on the ride cymbal with 4-way coordination. Okay, I'll leave that up to you guys to explore. All right, moving to number 3. Number 3, we're going to be starting on the and. So it's going to go 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E. 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, 1 E and R, 2 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, and so on. So, far out. When it's live, you mess up a lot more. You can't hide the mistakes, but that's good. Anyway, I like the pressure. Here we go. 70 beats per minute. One more, and then I'll play one more, and then after that I'll have a look and I'll start answering your questions. So if you've got any questions, now's the time to start getting them to me. After this one, I'll speed it up a little bit and play them a little bit faster so you can hear how they go. That little bit faster. And they do sound pretty cool when they're played a bit faster, but yeah, again, make sure you're building up to that. So number 4 is just stepping it over a 16th again. So this time we're going to start, we're going to go 1 E and R2 E and R3 E and R4 E and R1 E and R2 E and R3 E and R4 E and R1 E and R2 E and R3 E and R4 E and R1 R2 E and R3 E and R4 E and R. So we're leaving that eighth note between the E and the R of 1. So E R, we're leaving out of 1. Here we go, 70 beats per minute. So that's number 4. Now I'll go through and I'll play them a little bit faster. I'll start with number 1. I'll put them up to 100 and then we'll see if we can go a bit faster than that. Let's speed it up to 120. Here we go. Okay, so the idea here is to, like I said, is to go, or to hold these for a few minutes, not to just play them a couple times through. Super important. You want to feel a burning sensation in your leg when you've finished. That's how you're going to know you've done some work. If you don't feel that sensation, you haven't done enough work. And that is going to come from endurance. Now, here's the big secret to speed on the drums, or I guess on any instrument. I haven't played any other instruments, so I'm just guessing here. But the key for me to developing speed on my foot or in any way is endurance. Don't go for speed, go for endurance. You want to be able to play something fast for a long period of time, not fast for 10 seconds. Well, picture this. If you're in a metal band and you're playing really fast stuff constantly and a song goes for about 4 or 5 minutes, you want to be able to make it through, not just by the skin of your teeth and be like, oh man, thank God that's over, because the next song's going to start and you're going to be like, what the heck? Right? So you want to be able to go fast for a long time and be in a comfort zone. So the way I always tell my students is, if you need to play a song and it's quite fast and it says at 160 beats per minute, for example, you should be able to play that same thing for about 5 to 7 minutes at 180 or 200 beats per minute, because that's going to mean that when you bring it down to 160, you're going to be nice and relaxed and you can keep going forever on that, and it's not going to make a difference. That is the key to speed. So taking these kind of exercises and all that, that's what's going to give you fast bass drum speed, where you can play fast strings of notes or fast doubles on your feet, like sort of this kind of stuff. So doing stuff like that, or the hand and foot combinations where you're playing like two on the hands, two on the feet, all that kind of stuff, all those exercises are going to help. But, you know, it's all about endurance. So all the... Man, that's loud. Oh, it's a hat. There we go. So all these kind of exercises are going to help to a point, and like I said, it's all about endurance. So I can hop on and ramble, but I'll see if there's any questions. Trick Boy, hi Trick Boy, how are you? So if anyone's got any questions, now's the time to get them to me. I don't know how many people are currently watching. No idea, but we'll give it a few minutes. So I'll take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about me. I've been playing for about over 26 years. I don't know. I haven't worked. Probably about 26, 27 years. I'm a professional drummer from Melbourne. This is all I do. I teach, and I normally do gigs, but I haven't done a gig since March thanks to COVID. So main source of income is cover gigs. That just means playing other people's music and that I didn't write. I do some original stuff, but again, it's stuff I haven't really written. It's playing other people's stuff. So pretty busy with all that. I've got an online drum school called intodrums.com. No, not the other one, not that one. That's a dirty website, I guess. intodrums.com, and there I do live lessons like this every week on a Monday for my subscribers. I'm actually in the process of rebuilding the whole website, which hopefully will be up in the next month or two, and it is going to have courses and stuff like that. So if you're a total beginner drummer, you can go there and do all that. Now, my website is up now, and it's still pretty good. It's got lots of pre-recorded lessons there, and like I said, I do the live lessons, and it's a subscription-based thing. The main difference between learning from YouTube and learning with me on the website is that my YouTube lessons, or any YouTube lesson in particular, is fantastic, but it's not going to tell you if you're doing it right or wrong, or it's not going to point you in the right direction. So to have lessons with a drummer like me normally will cost you about $75 Australian an hour, and that's every lesson. So that's quite expensive. Whereas my website is $19.99 US a month, and that gives you 12 weeks of archived lessons of the live lessons plus live access to the live lessons, which is, so that's about 3 times 12 lessons that are currently on the archive, and then that's refreshed every week, or 3 new ones added, 3 are removed. Then you've got the pre-recorded stuff. So there's a whole bunch of pre-recorded stuff there. And like I said, it's soon going to be updated to be all course-based. So you'll be able to do a whole thing on shuffles, etc., and all that kind of stuff. Or, balance or right foot technique and all that kind of cool stuff. The idea is to give you access to a drummer, a professional drum teacher like myself, and that's it. It's just me. I'm not big like other companies who have hundreds of teachers and all that kind of stuff. When you sign up for the website, you're getting access to me, and I get to know you because you get to submit videos through the site for review, which no one else can see. It's not on a public platform or anything. It's only me who can see it, or who can see it, and I will give you the feedback there. And yeah. So anyway, it doesn't seem to be any questions, so I'm going to get going. If you do have any questions, please hit me up in the comments. I will be adding this to my website under free lessons if you want to get the PDF for this. So just I'll leave a link in the description. So just hit the link. It'll take you to my website. You can go on. It'll show you on the free lessons page. And you can just download the PDF if you so wish. So thanks for joining me this week. Have a fantastic week. And as always, happy practicing.